What's going on, everyone? This is Slackerman with another figure review. Today we are looking at the Mezco Toys 112 Collective Punisher figure. Now, I have to say right off the bat, I am not the biggest Marvel fan. I have been getting more into Marvel comics, and I have to say that this is probably my favorite Mezco 112 figure, and it could be my favorite figure of the year. We'll see what else comes out. But I have to say, right off the bat, I would give this a 5 out of 5. I can't find any faults with it. It's a great figure, and I think anyone who's on the fence should get it. I've been wanting to get this figure for a while. I've seen all the reviews, the pictures, and I finally broke down and got it. But I have to say, take my word for it, that my review or anyone else's reviews does not do this figure justice. You have to get one in hand to see the level of detail to really appreciate it, because I've heard a lot of people say with the Mezco line, the cloth, it looks kind of weird. A lot of people don't like the look. I'm telling you, take my word for it, when you get this in hand, it looks 10 times better than this video will show or anyone else's videos or images. So definitely go out and get it. It's worth your money. So let's take a look at the figure. We'll start out with the box. I'm not going to get real crazy into the packaging. You just have the standard Mezco 112 box. It opens up with a magnet. On the side, you have an image of the Punisher, and then it's obviously a window. You also have the slip cover that all these packages do. You have a cool image of the Punisher skull. And then on the back of it, you have the images of the amazing head sculpts that he comes with, and then all the weapons. So, I'll just set that down. Let's take a look at his accessories. And this is where I think, again, I can't wait for Deathstroke, Deadpool, Nightmare Batman, if they end up doing him. The weapons Mezco did is like Hot Toys level, just shrunken down. So let's take a look. The first gun, which I really love, is the HK. I think this is MP5. I could be wrong, though. The level of detail, like I said, the paint, it kind of has like a dry brush over it, a weathered look, is really cool. And a lot of times when people make this this weapon, they kind of, especially with submachine guns, they either make them too small or too big. But as you can see, it's scaled perfectly with the Punisher. So I really like that. Another cool feature, just like Hot Toys, let me set my camera down, is that not only does this come with an extra magazine, the magazines detach on all these figures. So you can detach it. Sorry, my camera's not focusing here, but there's actually a bullet inside the magazine, and then that attaches nice and tight to the gun. So again, a very cool feature, and it reminds me a lot, obviously, of Hot Toys. If you buy a Hot Toy gun, usually Hot Toys has the detachable magazines. Another very cool accessory is this muzzle flash effect. And it actually has, if you can see at the end, sorry, my camera's not focusing well today, there's a bullet on the end of it. So very cool. And this fits in every weapon. So let me attach it to the submachine gun here, so you can do a lot of really cool poses and pictures. So this just slides into the barrel, ports right into the barrel, nice and tight, and then you can have a very cool, picture of him firing off his weapon. And again, this ports into all of his weapons. So very cool. So I'm very excited that they threw that in. Just be careful taking it on and putting it in and out so you don't break it. So again, very nice detail on that weapon. Then he has his standard 1911 handgun, his 45. And again, very nice detail on this. It has the silver barrel. And then we have the dry brushing and all the nice detail. Trying to get my camera to focus here. So there you go. You can see all the nice dry brushing and weathering on the weapon. And again, the magazine comes out on this, and you also get an extra magazine. So very cool. Then you get another cool weapon is his grenade launcher. It does have an adjustable buttstock there. And then let me set down my camera again. This rotates out so you can actually load the grenades into the weapon, which is very cool. And you do get, let's go back over here, you do get the grenades right there, which are again, nicely painted, nicely detailed. You have the brass on the bottom, so you can actually load those into the grenade launcher. Then he has his assault rifle. It kind of reminds me of H&K, is it a G36? I could be off, or a modified one. Again, the magazine comes out, and he holds it obviously real nice in his hand, and you can do some really cool two-handed poses. Again, it has the weathering, the great detail, so very cool weapon. Speaking of weapons, we also get his knife that goes on his sheath on the back. Let me set my camera down again. I can take it out real quick. There's a good look at his knife. So very nicely detailed, nice silver paint with the black handle, and that then slides back into his sheath. You just got to do it the right way. Come on, there we go. So it fits nice and tight into his sheath in the back. So let me set Punisher back down, and then we get, as far as accessories, obviously you get the base that all these Mezco figures come with. So very cool base, his Punisher skull there. Again, there is the extra magazine for the submachine gun, extra magazine for the 1911, extra magazine for his assault rifle, the grenades. Then we have all of his hands. He comes with 2 trigger fingers, so I've seen people buy 2 of these figures so he could dual wield the weapons, because obviously you'll have 2 1911s, 2 submachine guns. I'm gonna try when I get home to put some little armory weapons in his hand so he can hold some other guns. He has some open hands, a karate, kind of a karate move type hand there, and some fists. And then of course he has the actual arm that goes into the base, so you can do some flight poses. So I'm not going to get into the stand really. Let's take a look at the actual figure. I have to say, you can count his head sculpts as accessories. We'll get into that in a second. The level of detail, again, I wish people would just go to a local comic shop or see someone who owns this figure to put it in your hand, because the pictures and the video, again, don't do it justice. Even I thought on some of these reviews that I saw, or the images I was looking at, it looked a little, off. But when you get it in hand, this figure looks amazing. I love his chest plate here, just the level of detail, all the bullet holes, the brown marks on it look awesome. His belt, it looks like a fake leather there, nicely weathered, nicely detailed. His shirt is a nice stretchy material, kind of like maybe an Under Armour type feel to it. He does have some elbow patches on the back. This head sculpt, again, looks amazing. It definitely is an older Punisher. I think this is like the Vietnam era, Punisher storyline. I think that's Punisher Max. I could be wrong, though. Again, I'm not the biggest Marvel guy. But again, all the scarring on his face. He has his hair slicked back, and then the paint job is really good on his face. All the different shades, or the different skin tones on there, looks really good. Again, you can roll up the sleeves, which I do like that look. You can have one sleeve up, one sleeve down, roll them both up. He does have a nice muscular body too, which looks really good under the shirt. And then the pants, he just has like some standard BDUs, which is very cool. And then his boots, man, they did such a great job with his boots. All the silver paint, then the dirt on the bottom of them looks very cool. Taking a look at the back, and again, he has some sweet texturing for the back of his vest. It does have some brown all over it, some brown paint to look like some dirt, like it's weathered. Again, his sheath for the knife looks really good, and the knife looks sweet in the sheath. Again, the pockets, the silver paint for his vest, everything looks very cool on this figure. Again, I can't stress enough, get one in hand if you're on the fence about buying one, because they look so much better in hand than in videos and images. As far as his two heads, you get again the standard head that comes on the figure. Then you get an angry head, which is, again, look at the detail on this. The skin tones, everything looks awesome. He has his blue eyes. These scratches and scars on his face look is nicely done. Again, a very cool head, but this one is my favorite. This is the battle damaged head. I think this is almost everyone's favorite. Just the level of detail they did. He has a black eye. You know, his eye is shut. Come on, focus. Now my camera, of course, won't focus when I need it to. Come on, there we go. So you can see that his all the you know, damage that he has on his face, all the scarring. He has some new scratches there, the black eye, a band-aid over his nose. He's got one eye open. This is such a cool head sculpt, and I do like how his hair is, you know, starting to come for his bangs, I should say, are coming, you know, forward, getting all messed up. This is such a cool head sculpt, and it's my favorite personally. I'll probably have this head sculpt on him when I put him on my shelf. So let's go through articulation quick. It does have some great articulation. Move him forward a little bit. Move this out of the way. So make sure he's in frame. So as you can see, he has great double jointed elbows, so you can hold his gun nice and high, bend all the way there. He can also easily do two-handed poses, which is very cool. So you can see without much effort, I can get him into a pretty decent two-handed gun pose. So obviously the joints are nice for the arms, the elbows, and the hands. Let's move it down. Hopefully this is focused. Put his gun down here. His head back and forth, goes up, looks down a decent amount, which is very cool. His shoulders do go out. They can go out further. I'm just not pushing it right now. Again, he has the double jointed elbows, which is very nice. He does have some waist movement, so a twist and a crunch. Just with this vest, it kind of impedes it a little bit. Again, I'm not going too crazy with the articulation since I just got him out of the packaging. He does have double jointed knees, so he can bend that far, which is very cool. And again, the pants are baggy enough where it allows some movement. His wrists obviously rotate. He doesn't really have an ankle pivot, but he does stand pretty good, which is fine. And again, I just love this his sweater, his shirt, because it's tight enough, but also baggy enough where you can roll up the sleeves and make him, you know, look kind of cool. So I really like this figure a lot. Obviously, like I said, this is probably my favorite Mezco 112 figure. So again, if you're on the fence, I definitely recommend getting this figure. I'm very excited now to get Deathstroke and Deadpool, just because, you know, any figure, Nightmare Batman too, any figure that's coming with weapons, I definitely want to get. I have seen reviews for the PX exclusive Punisher. He has kind of a different look, but he comes with a lot more weapons. If I could afford him, I wish I got him as well. But definitely just the standard version is worth the money. If you're on the fence, like I said, run out and get one. It could possibly be my favorite figure of the year, but we'll see. That Deathstroke might be a little better. I don't know. But for now, this really sold me on the Mezco line, and I'm so happy I got this figure. So hope everyone liked the video. Like I said, if you want to see a more in-depth review, there's tons of reviews out on this figure. But again, my score is a 5 out of 5. Definitely worth the money, and you should definitely pick one up, whether you're a Marvel fan or not. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, and this is right now one of my favorite figures that I own, blowing away all my DC stuff, my Star Wars stuff, my Figma stuff, my Mafex stuff. So definitely worth getting. So I hope everyone liked the video, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye.